Hey everybody, Patrick here with Rep Ford. It's June 23rd, 2013, and this is Monday Night Paintball. Alright guys, time for some paintball news and industry trends. First and foremost, we are currently moving. All this week our operation is going to be shut down. You can get a hold of us via Facebook and select email addresses, but for the most part we're not going to be answering because we're moving to Gilroy, California. It's a much bigger facility. It's going to let us store all the new projects that we're working on. The 468 and the D-Mags were a big hit. We don't have enough room here in San Jose to store it all. So looking forward to a bigger, newer location, be able to carry more items in stock. For those of you who get frustrated when something goes on back order, shouldn't happen as often. Good stuff in store. D-Day was a big hit this year. Tons of people came out. One day there was some bad weather, but we're starting to release some of the videos from the event, not only the action from the Siege of Bastogne, but also a lot of player interviews, especially about the free 468 rentals that we handed out. There was a rainstorm there in Oklahoma, and there was an issue with a lot of soggy paint. A lot of the standard hopper-fed guns were shooting soggy paintballs and chopping them in the chamber. The 468s were equipped with lock bolts, which is basically a mechanical set of eyes, and because it's mechanical, the paintball needs to have a certain amount of integrity. The shell has to be a certain hardness for it to activate. Because the paint was soft and soggy, it wasn't activating the lock bolt, and it wouldn't shoot it, which meant that it wouldn't chop it. So luckily there weren't any messes inside of the 468s that we handed out there. Be sure to check our Facebook page for more videos from D-Day, as well as some from Omar explaining exactly how the lock bolt works. ODSC held their very first MFOG or MagFed only game at SC Village. It was a big hit. They had about 30 people turn out. They had 10 rentals to hand out, only had to hand out 7. There were that many MagFed players that made the trip. People came from all around, including places like Las Vegas or Northern California, to take part in a MagFed only game, which is pretty rare around the globe. They had a lot of fun. We've seen a couple of videos get posted up by some of the players who were out there filming with their GoPros or whatever they had. I'll be releasing a video next week. Should be pretty action-packed and cool. And their next game is going to be on July 7th. Same spot, SC Village, $25 entry. That's standard field entry. If you were going to go to SC Village for the day, it would cost you that much anyway. So there's no extra charge if you want to take part of the MFOG or MagFed only game. There are free rentals there, free loaners for those of you who want to try out MagFed. You might not have a MagFed gun right now, want to see what it's all about. Go ahead and show up. Go ahead and ask for Kusha, Anthony, Blaze, or Steve. Any one of those guys will be able to point you in the right direction. We had a lot of fun. Looks like the July game will be even bigger. Very excited to get some footage from that. Awesome to see MagFed growing, even if it's in a grassroots manner, doing whatever we can to get the word out about it. It's a completely different game. If you haven't experienced it yet, go ahead and link up with the ODSC boys there at SC Village, July 7th. Gearheads Paintball is releasing a new product. It's called the Phoenix Kit, and what it does is alter your CCI Phantom paintball gun into a double barrel version. Gearheads Paintball is a really cool company because they actually play. They're really into paintball themselves. They're a bunch of paintball players, and they decided to start coming out with their own products. Very interested in seeing all the new innovations that they come out with. Awesome stuff from them, great quality, and it's a small business, so definitely feel good to support them. There's a pretty cool competition going down that's reminiscent. For those of you who might have seen the show BattleBots back in the day, I think it's been canceled, but it's where robots used to face off against each other. Well, now it's airborne. This is called Game of Drones, and these drones have been custom built by garage scientists for different reasons, most of which was for movie filming. You can get some really cool shots with a drone, aerial shots that you couldn't get any other way. And now they're mounting paintball guns to them and GoPros for real-time aiming. It's going to be pretty cool to see these drones, these basically sky robots, shooting each other with paintball guns in a competition. Hopefully none of them get damaged too much because they look pretty expensive. White River Paintball in Indianapolis is having an event on July 12th through the 14th called Beaches of Normandy. Registration is going to be $55. That includes air and entry to the 3-day event, as well as camping for those of you who want to stay overnight. You're also going to get a prize card at the door, an ID card for your team, a printout, and a wristband for the event. If you pre-register before June 30th, you're going to save $15, so those of you who are going to be going to this, be sure to register soon. OXCC Paintball in Chesapeake, Maryland is having a 24-hour scenario on August 3rd and 4th. It's called Road to Redemption, and the storyline revolves around televising combat in the future. Looks pretty cool. Registration is going to be $60. If you register before July 31st, it's going to be $50. If you want to walk on at the door, it's going to be $60. For this week's tactical tip, we're going to go over something called Tap, Rack, Bang. Tap, Rack, Bang is something that all seasoned shooters know about very well. It's the most common way to clear a malfunction, whether it's on a pistol or a rifle. For the most part, when like an AK variant rifle where the magazines rotate in, you don't need a tap, but simply working the action and getting back on target will clear most malfunctions, whether it's a failure to feed, failure to eject, or whatever. The 468 was designed to be a training platform for the military and law enforcement that are currently using an AR system, whether it's an AR-15 or M4, M16, or anything like that. And it's designed to not only look like the real thing, but also to behave like it. One thing that we noticed at the Siege of Bastogne, and basically for all of D-Day 2013, is that we'd have people come back with their free 468 rentals and say it's not working, it won't shoot. The reason is because they didn't understand what's going on. What's happening is that when you're out of ammo, or if for some reason the paintball isn't in a good enough state to be shot, the lock bolt of the 468 will not shoot. It's preventing a chop. It's preventing a big mess in here. Instead of going ahead and trying to shoot a paintball that isn't loaded correctly or is too soft to activate the lock bolt or whatever, the bolt will get stuck on the lock bolt like it's supposed to, and the next thing for you to do is to tap, rack, bang. Tap, rack, bang basically means you tap the bottom of the magazine, you rack the charging handle, and you get back on target and pull the trigger. Tap, rack, bang. So tapping it ensures that the magazine is correctly seated. That was another issue that we had a lot of players doing. They were kind of gingerly inserting the magazines in the mag wells instead of slamming it in there. Secondly, rack the charging handle. That is going to bring the bolt off of the lock bolt if that was the issue. The bolt is now ready to fire instead of being hung up there, and bang, just go back and fire. If it clicks again, you're probably out of ammo. So first thing on a malfunction, bang, 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 click, roll over, chamber check. Now if I see that there's a paintball in there, I'm going to go ahead and tap, rack, bang. Tap, bang. Very simple. It's going to solve probably 90% of you guys' problems if you have any with the 468, and not just with D-Mags, but with any other magazine system as well. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Now remember, Monday Night Paintball is your show, and make it from the content generated from our Facebook page. So if there's anything you'd like to see in next week's episode, just go to facebook.com/rap4usa and let us know. Looking forward to hearing from you. We'll see you out there.